Here's a car logo you may not be familiar with. It's the GWM Ora. So this is the Ora, aka the funky cat, aka the good cat, depending where you are. But in New Zealand, just the GWM Ora. Keep it simple in New Zealand, keep it simple. In this video, I'll be checking out the exterior, the interior, taking it for a drive, looking at some pros and cons of the car, and then giving my overall feelings about it. I'm Adrian Maidment, and this is EV Quest. So looking at the front, it's got a bit of a mini vibe going on, I think. Slightly Beetle with these headlights, maybe even a little Porsche. Slight bulbous shape. There's two ridges here, circular ridges. Bit of chrome down here. So that's the logo. A camera that helps with the 360 view. Hexagonal grille, lower grille feature, which I don't know what it's for, but it looks quite nice. LED lights, very large. Intelligent light written there, so they must be smart. Overall, I like it. Makes me feel quite happy just looking at this. Yeah, it's good. You notice the two-tone paint scheme. This color is, I guess, is it a baby blue? But it's baby blue. One thing about the car is actually, in photos, it actually looks a lot smaller than what it actually is in real life. So I am 6'2", and it's coming up quite high. So the car is actually quite a bit bigger than what you'd actually think.
The Ora I'm driving is the Ora Standard Range. There's also an extended range option, plus a GT version on the way. The Standard Range has a 48 kWh Lithium Ion Battery, a WLTP range of up to 310 kilometers, a 5-star ANCAP rating, and is priced at $49,990 plus on-road costs. And a big thanks to Farmer Auto Village in Tauranga for the loan of this car.
Charging. Wheels, 18-inch alloys. There's just the only ones, they're the only ones available, so there's no variation in wheels. I like the lines of the car coming down to the large spoiler at the back. How does it sound? Pretty solid. So at the back, there's this LED strip that runs across the back just below the rear view window. There's a party trick for that, which I'll show in a second. There's a LED stoplight there. Nice big Ora with GWM there and some reflectors. It looks a bit like a little bit leafy. So after you've enjoyed the outside, you probably want to check out the inside of the car, which brings us to one of its potential drawbacks, which is boot size. The Ora has a boot size of 228 litres. So if you've got your bag, it's actually not a complete train wreck. I thought it would actually look a bit smaller actually, but you can get, I mean, that's my pack. You probably can get a weekend away. And if you go to the supermarket, obviously because of the price of groceries, you're not going to be buying much anyway. There is quite a high lip, so you're going to have to drop that in. I mean, if you want to get more space, you'd put the seats down. This little, yeah, it's quite tiny. I'll put that somewhere. So for more room, you can lift there and 60-40 split seats, lower them down. But it's not going to be completely flat, but it does add a lot more room. And then you've got your under storage here. It's the greenie charger, tyre gunk filler, compressor, and the fluorescent triangle. A little bit exposed through there though. You can sort of see, could have had a bit of a finish there. It's a little bit wires exposed. Top tether, tether. And a tether there. So keys in your pocket, the open straight away, and then cards. One thing I haven't sorted out yet is the radio just comes on automatically. Each time I turn it off, it restarts. So let's have a look at that. You got your seat adjustments here. Once you come into the car, you can adjust your mode here. So you see you got normal, sport, eco, light, adjustment. I can open the boot, and it's an on-off button. The problem with this though, it's not located in a very desirable position for the modes. It's blocked off by the steering wheel, so when you're actually driving, you sort of got to look around the corner, which is not ideal. So I think that could be definitely placed somewhere else. You know, really it should be on this side over here somewhere. So in the car, you've got two USBs, two old school USBs, 12-volt adapter there. You can put your coffee cups there. That's a nice little touch there to help lock it in. I've just got a sort of a thin. It's stuck. Watch for that, but that's good. Helps lock it in. Although here's a bit of a dive over this section to get to your drink. Reverse, neutral drive, park, nice and easy to follow. Park button, and then there's that auto park for when you're driving along. These buttons here are very reminiscent of a Mini. Shortcuts to your heaters, emergency, AC. Let me get that up on the screen. Screen layout, I'm a big fan. Two screens here. It's a little bit reminiscent of the Ioniq 5, I think. The detail is very good for driving. Yesterday I drove the electric MG and I thought the screen was good, but this is much sharper. In your menu settings, you got local radio, Bluetooth. The Google and the Apple have not yet arrived. They will be coming in an update, so they're not available yet, but will be coming. Home screen, easy to follow. We've got Bluetooth, wireless charging. Camera picture is very sharp. So you got 360, you got different angles. You got this transparent one, where it takes your car away and shows you what's underneath. That's cool. And also you've got that sort of curb camera when you're driving along. Say you stop at the lights, it'll show you the curb side next to the car, which is also really handy. I like that. Also found that curb, the cameras are, oh, look at that. That shows the curb there. Camera's also quite helpful because it's a little bit tricky to judge the front because I haven't driven the car much. A little bit bulbous, but with those extra cameras, makes it a lot easier to judge the edge, what's onto the side there. Well, this camera here will monitor you. So if you're getting a bit drowsy, it's going to give you a warning. Also, if you're a bit distracted, looking at other things, you'll get a warning from that as well, which you can actually adjust. So distraction monitoring, fatigue monitoring, dangerous behavior monitoring, all coming from this camera looking at you. Also, apparently, the car setup will change depending on who's getting in the car. Eco mode, you got energy recovery, which can be adjusted. Single pedal mode, which I like a lot. That's good. So I've just turned that on. Parking, intelligent driving, heaps of safety features, such as auto emergency braking, forward collision sensitivity. I really like the safety features, such as, a car coming up beside of you, you'll get a warning that. Lane assistance, traffic sign recognition, a lot of really helpful technology here. Adjust your AC, different modes. I want it on because it's quite warm. You got to go into the screen to fine tune it though. So I've got it on low. I turned it on, but then I've got to crank it up here. Maybe with my seat, I've got to stretch a little bit to adjust that, but it's pretty clear, and I do like the graphics. Here feels nice and smooth. As I keep talking about the stitching, nice and straight. Fans here, well, across there really. Visibility is good. Glasses holder there. Some lights. Vanity mirror. No light with it, just the mirror. But I don't want to look at myself, so that's handy. Vanity mirror there. Vanity mirror there. Whee! Cover that up. And headroom is very good. Can't fault that. So I feel relaxed and comfortable in this car. The styling feels premium. Oh, and also this quilt feel adds a bit of quality. A quiltness here, this quilt look, which ties in with the seats. Sort of faux leather, like a faux suede, faux leather. But I like it. I like it. Got a spot under there that's quite deep. And wireless charging. Off we go there. Nothing too scratchy. I mean, that's plastic, but it doesn't feel real cheap. It's a little bit plasticky there, but I reckon it's good. Nice. In the back seat, there's a slight raise there, so it's not completely flat, even though this is a specifically EV built car. I've got this driving seat to where I like it comfortable, and in the back seat, the leg room is good. Headroom is also good, so it would be comfortable for 2 adults in the back for a drive. And if I close the door, the stitching, the quilt stitching carries through to the back seats as well, same as the front. So that's a positive. There's only one USB port in the back here though, and it's the old style USB. And I do like how the stitching carries throughout the car. So I've just got into the Ora. First impressions, I quite like it actually.
I drove this Ora around town, stopping and starting for some roadworks, then onto some windy New Zealand country roads, then the open road in 80 and 100k zones. I found the car a lot of fun to drive. Handling was responsive unless you loaded up on all the driver safety handling features. 0 to 100 is down at 8.5 seconds. Although around 100k's I did feel a lot of noise coming in from the outside. I enjoyed single pedal driving. 360 camera system is great, especially when it shows you the curbs, and I like the dash being able to see other vehicles.
Summing up on the Great Wall Motors Ora, I like it. I particularly like the exterior styling, makes me feel a little bit happy. Inside, it has a high quality feel. I like the 2-screen layout, packed full of safety features, heaps of visibility when driving. On the downsides, once you get up to around 100k's, you could feel a lot of road noise coming in. The boot is not huge, but overall I think it's ideal for in-town driving, and you can still get out and about in it. I got mine from Farmer Auto Village, GWM Tauranga, to check out, so go give them a call and test out the Ora. Also, it'd be great if you would like and subscribe to this channel. I've got another video here to check out. There's a subscribe button. That'd be great. Do that before you go for a test drive.